I'm sweating so bad.
Little owls, welcome to the day stream. Thank you very much for the 7 months. As for yeah, we're all in this together. The heat is killing us. I don't know what's up. Yesterday they said that today is gonna be a little cooler than yesterday. And then I woke up this morning like with at least it's not as warm as yesterday. And then update, just as warm as yesterday. Like, huh? Do they even have any idea like about the forecast, or is forecast basically just guessing? Because if it's just guessing, I can do the forecast for tomorrow. Like, really? I remember as a kid, those were like way more accurate, or maybe it's just me. maybe it's just me, but they were more accurate at some point. And then, well, they just weren't anymore. Well, anyway, we'll have to do with what we have. I don't have my lights on today, so my camera image may be a little jittery, and also I'm not having my hand tracking on, so we only head, and it's also a little wobbly with no lights on. But hey, it's better than dying in here. Doing the marching band. I haven't done it yet. I have not used the unlock function because I wanted to play through the quest first. You know, because there may be spoilers and stuff, if that makes sense. But yeah, yeah, because my lights are adding like way too much heat onto me. I don't have like very, how do you put that, high quality lights, so they are, I like these cheap lamp thingies that you get, like, they get pretty warm and do just like a little bit of light, so, I'll leave them out. off for today. Yeah, and the hand tracking, I normally have hanging from my neck, so it's sitting like right in the chest area, and it heats up too, so today I cannot use any of these for my own health reason. Okay, I would say we start with the quest, since it's supposed to be so long that I'll not be able to finish it today. So I say, wait, let's pause this. So I say we make the best out of it, as best we can, as far as we can get, and we'll just see. I won't rush, but I also won't like totally slouch. We'll see how my mood like is. Also, did I get all of Topaz's rewards yet? I don't know. I'll just quickly go through the dialogue. Yes.
I'm getting so bored.
Because I am not having an oversight anymore. Whose dialogue I heard twice now and whose I didn't.
Why don't you test me? Make it a hard one.
March divided by pop. How about we give a nonsense question? Theater is set for Genshin. Hydro Cryo Animal. I have seen that it resetted this morning when I logged in to do what the name, I forget. Like when you send people away for stuff. It's
we'd have to assign,
I don't know, you know what I mean.
Numerical value based on a shared characteristic.
And to like
cuteness?
do resin
in
thing.
that case, we'd be talking astronomical
My brain is melting.
This one's too hard. I can't do it.
But I haven't done it yet, and I have not looked at the lineup or anything. The only thing I hope is that I have enough characters this time to go in. If I don't have enough characters to get in, then I riot, because I think, personal opinion, or like personal feeling, more like it, not opinion. I think those 3 elements are like my highest numbers that I have. Or at least it feels like it. Maybe it just feels like it because I have like a lot of good characters in these categories. Farina, Barbara, Xiao. Farina again. Guests on a heated day, Shangling, Emily. Wow, so no guests for me. Wonderful. Double Farina would be fun too, though. Yeah, you get her both of her forms as trial, but you can't switch.
Can we go with a normal math question? 277,008.
Oh, I'm just not gonna check that.
You really are gentle with people, aren't you? Come on, one more. And make it challenging. 31. This is fun. I'm impressed by your ability to come up with
I'm gonna be honest, I'm very bad at math. It like when I have to do it without a calculator. With the calculator I can do it fine. Like solving the problem, like knowing the path to how to solve it. But like in my head, calculating in my head just doesn't work for me.
Huh. I haven't met anyone as interesting as you for a while. We should talk more when we get
Farina is an idol like Miku. Farazan looks like Miku to Has. Perfect. And I always thought we'd pair in Farazan with Mika because they both look like actual idols that are around. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, we need to receive the comms on this Yanzhou. We'll do that. Check it promptly. I'll do.
Phew. What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
But at least from that trial setup, there are some characters that I don't have. But last time that was the same thing. Doesn't mean that I have enough.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going?
What expedition? Currently I'm slouching and only doing dailies and nothing else.
Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Basically, this is like a timeout. We can slouch, like not trailblaze for a minute.
Lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival.
Oh, my
We're already
phone.
Being invited to another special event.
It's just Hoyo app making itself like known. Hey, I exist. It's nothing important. I'm actually waiting on a few appointments currently regarding the house thing.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go. Blast? Expedition? Yeah. Wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast.
So we should leave March behind to take care of the express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
And we know exactly who you are talking about. What you having against the good old Sunday? I think that was fun, and I like the fight.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
He ruined their vacation. Yeah, you can see it like that. Yeah, I can get... But, like, isn't the fun of, like, the trailblazing, like, having a little excitement? I don't know. Shouldn't the characters here enjoy it? When they're part of the group to have a little excitement and everything? I mean, I totally wouldn't, because I'm a person that loves everything organized and without any surprises around the corner, but...
No need to worry. the war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights.
And you always
who fought
accept me,
against
it
the
gets
abominations
tiring.
of
Yeah,
abundance
okay, I
and
get that.
protected the Xianzhou ships. Aside from Starskiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
And honestly, I think before the main characters joined the crew, they had like a lot of downtime in between. But now that we've joined, everything is turning into chaos. So they're kind of like complaining. You know what I want to say?
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it might take a few weeks.
Why does this sound like we're smuggling something? Or is that just me?
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Lafu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, Marge. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Lafu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, Marge, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
So that kind of means that they aren't expecting anything too wild to go down there because they're like, oh, it's a peaceful event. And therefore, you can handle it. The babies can handle it or something like that. But I'm telling you, they probably will miscalculate and something absolutely catastrophic will happen. Then afterwards, they will be like, uh-oh, uh-oh.
What do you two think?
Yeah, let's split into groups. Whenever, it doesn't matter if it's a movie, if it's a game, whenever anybody says like, yeah, let's split it into groups, something awful is happening along the way. It is a trope.
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Lafu.
Optional, discuss the travel plan with the other members of the crew. Okay. Optional, always first.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
I like how we get the black screen treatment. Like, it's not even letting us listen. It's just main character is tuning out. He's like, I'm so bored by the... And then you just get black screen.
Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
A fitting? Yeah, I mean, for Callus, it's kind of fitting. I'm just saying. Maybe I wanted to listen, you know?
Himiko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Lafu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe.
And this just calls for it, but then it wasn't.
And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Just tell us that you actually want to go. Like, don't make a secret out of it.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know? Well, it's nothing too poetic. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived at the Cienjo ship. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth.
Yeah, it's almost like something is up. Something will happen.
Quite unusual, I must say.
Yeah, don't jinx us. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, stop with this. Everybody stop with everything is easy. We're getting the easy trip. Look how everything is bright and colorful and peaceful. I'm just hearing it on the other end that it wasn't.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
I mean, honestly, when you really say the quest is so many hours long, I'm expecting something to happen. And not just, ooh, dance. You know? Oh, we have Are you stalking our docking papers? I mean, that was fast. Like, you know that feeling when somebody in your family wants something from you and then like the minute you turn on your computer and they see you have like this online flag on your Discord, they're like instantly right. Like you're not even having a fully working PC yet because it's still waking up. And already you get the notice like, I see you're online, I need help with blah 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 blah. Help please.
Is the Starskip Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yenqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
And so many people I can't hear anything.
It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
So they say it's super loud, but so far I'm not hearing anything. Also, didn't you say I should bring AoE? Is that what you said? I never have that. No one in my family has Discord. Well, maybe I should not have introduced family to Discord, but I mean, what other platform would you use to communicate with them? I am not a big fan of, what's it called? WhatsApp. I just don't like it, so I don't have it on my phone. So that's about all channels that I'm like available through. And no, they do not like sending emails or SMS stuff. Don't ask me why. It just is.
Hey, you guys, hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right?
I'm with them. Yeah, me too. I can understand. But I also, as I said, I'm not a fan of WhatsApp. But Discord is fine, so that's why all of them now have Discord. We had something different before. I don't know what it was called. Wait, let me think. It was called Curse Forge? I don't know. I think app. But they kind of stopped being an app.
With the Cienjo Lafu?
So that's when we had to switch, and I was like, well, I know this other program that I already have on my PC and we could use it.
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We are from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
Why didn't he ask the locals? I mean, they asked you. Maybe the locals don't want to talk. Like, there must be a lot of tourists coming about currently.
Exactly. We're Cienjo experts. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here
Must see for me, for sure. Skill Gorge. Yeah, the water is so nice, you know. So pretty.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lafu fighter jet. No doubt about it. It's a massive fighter jet. It's got to be larger than a civilian star skiff.
I mean, everything with water is kind of like having a plus positive review from me. That reminds me, did you see that Genshin has a new web event?
But for now, all we can do is
Emily Perfume web
starts in a few
event
weeks
thingy.
before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the reason I mention it is because they kind of like assign you a random perfume, not a random, but like one of the perfumes, like depending on what questions you kind of fill out. And I kind of got the water perfume, like pure water stuff and everything, and picked a pearl with it. I was like, yeah, water nice. That's why I had to think about it, because, you know, water. Water is good. We got the same. Did you also pick all the water locations? Because I was like, okay, the plaza at least has water. And I like water. It's not as sweet as like the Fanta stuff. Or is it one of those things that always give you the same no matter what you answer?
We're looking
That would
for
be
unique
weird.
Experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Yeah, while we're talking about it, Scale Coach Waterscape, anybody? I mean, a Fixture Garden is also really nice, but I don't think they would enjoy the atmosphere as much as I do, you know?
That's indeed a good idea. While the dreamscape on Penacony is all artificial, Scale Gorge Waterscape is a celebration of nature's resurgence. It has some remarkable scenery.
Awesome! I love being out there in nature. Let's go to Scale Gorge Waterscape first.
I'm a bit worried that nature-themed dream bubbles might be outdated. But hey, let's go check it out anyway.
Never. Do you know how many freaking relaxation nature videos exist on YouTube? Nothing ever in that department goes out of style, so to speak. Everybody always needs relaxation and a nice atmosphere.
See you later. Maybe we'll run into each other there in a few days.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Wow, really? Let's go catch up with him.
Let me guess, the quest is gonna be a whole lot of yapping.
Everyone, this way.
Am I correct? 5 to 7 hours of yapping?
Everyone. It's been a while.
This could take quite some time. Especially with how many breaks I take in between things.
I feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
Is he? Or maybe it's March's eyes.
We've only been away for a few months.
Maybe she just wanted to give a compliment. Like, I don't know. Pinch his... No! You know, I hate people doing that. It doesn't matter what you have in front of you. It doesn't matter if it's like a teen or if it's like a 2-year-old baby. Like, don't pinch things into cheeks. Like, unless you got permission. If you got permission, you can't do that to, like, I don't know, your spouse if you find that cute or something. But, like, don't go to a random person and just assault their private space. I hate that so much. You checked to make sure he wasn't Fantilia? Fantilia is such a... Wait, English word. I don't know the English word. Give me a second. Google will help me. Vain. Vain, I think is good. Such a vain person. She would never pick that as her form. She's like, oh, needs to be at least supermodel or something. She's apparently very picky. I don't know, but that was in some text, so I think we should be fine with Yangxing. You sure? That is what I read in some sort of text. I don't know what text it was in, but it was in some text that she's very vain. Don't ask me what text it was, but I was like, okay, so apparently Tingyeon was like good enough or something. I was like, okay. Criteria met.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Don.
I don't know if it was in the original story or if it was in the, you know, the ghost event thingy where we did have some background information on her before she kind of like became an emanator thingy. But in one of these, there was information that she's like very picky, super picky, who she possesses.
Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskip Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskip Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskip Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis.
The new mighty one you may heed, I guess that. Cause I love it a lot. Wait. Now I have to think about what elements it could have.
Spirit. Reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace.
Does it have either PvP, randomness, a lot of just UI, mini game stuff, or something like that?
By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance
UI,
on the
oh,
ceremony
mini
too.
game stuff.
The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming, and
I
the
want
Yaoqing have both
combat.
sent messengers to offer their blessings.
Like, do you know, like, in the Genshin event where there's like this mini game stuff and then there's like this combat event part that I haven't done yet because I haven't come around to it yet, but it doesn't matter. I know it exists. I literally heard people that I know say like, oh, and here's the boring combat part, and I was like, combat? At least there is combat. Can we please just do 3 combat? It just, I don't know. Maybe I'm liking the combat. Genshin combat is cool.
Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the cosmos. Although it's a member of the Xianzhou Alliance, I don't know much about it.
I like both. For me, it kind of depends. On the mini games, it very dependent on the mini game. The mini games that are basically just like a... I call them phone mini games, you know? The typical, here's your Candy Crush, place towers to defend, shoot balls kind of mini games. I do not like that much. There's a reason I'm not having a single one of these time-wasting games on my phone. They bore me. They bore me. It's like personal opinion. I mean, you can do whatever you like, but they bore me to death.
From the Skyfaring Commission
So
mentioned that the
those I
Yaoqing
tend to
always
not
sends
like.
back reports of great victories, which is quite impressive. I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's like a goddess of war, capable of crushing dozens of abominations with a single punch. I wonder if it's true.
I mean, if they say that to me.
If If only I could witness her prowess with my own eyes.
I won't ever have it on my phone, so having it in Genshin story is fine since it's novel. Yeah, okay. For me, I don't want it anywhere.
By the way, Yenching, where are we headed next?
But maybe a reason for that is like my mother is like obsessed with like mini games like that, and I don't know. It annoys me to bits. Okay, sometimes I'm not a big fan of these.
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
And also a lot of people have been implementing these, so it kind of never feels novel anywhere. Hello, Itik. Welcome back. How are you doing? I am dying of heat, so my brain is fried.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
Good is good. Good is very good. He's adorable. Okay, I'm gonna have to say this. A little teasing is okay, right?
I agree.
Uh-oh. Something is happening. See? We got jinxed after all.
Assemble quickly. Get ready to protect the crowd.
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something.
Young Ice Guy, 100% your style.
I need to go check out the situation.
Yes. Yes. 100%. I need my drink. I'm dying without one. Give me a second. Yeah, Yangqing and Japard were actually the two characters that I wanted to get from the standard banner. Like for the first character that I got from the standard banner, I got Clara, which I was very disappointed in. And I didn't really like look at her that much at that time. Later in the story, when she was introduced with Svarog and everything, then I actually did kind of like, it's interesting after all. Maybe I build. But yeah, for Japard, I had like luck on this like second one, and then my first 50-50 loss was not a loss at all then. And that's the best thing if you lose, but you still get a character that you like. In Genshin, it's not that easy because there's just one standard character that I actually enjoy, so... It's not that easy to get a lot of Tainaris.
Huh?
He seems to be the new enemies, right?
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Oh, and I still didn't change up my group. You said I need AoE. After this fight, I will get an AoE group, I promise. I was just confused. Enemies with this mark can enter the Moon Rage state. After my enemies use attacks, apply 1 stack of Bloodlust to enemy units that can trigger Moon Rage. So they basically turn into werewolves. I never said get AoE. Wait, didn't you say something about AoE? Or did you say the enemy does AoE? Wait, maybe I got that wrong. I thought you said something. Okay, I don't know anymore. Wait. Somebody said AoE, or was that last time when it was for something else? I don't remember. But I was pretty sure somebody said something AoE. Are you gonna try and pull for Yunlin? Nope, I won't. I have to save my Jades. When blessed, also she's not really my style. When Bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, the unit enters the Moonrage state. So yeah, they turn into werewolves. At the same time, a Moonrage countdown appears on the action order. When a countdown turn begins, Moonrage is dispelled across all units. Oh no, they are already wolves. They just get a buff. Oh, also, I did change group. I did get my group.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Lucky. How much have you saved up? You think you can get her?
Gale force.
Let's see how much they tank.
Break.
Enemy targets detected.
Somehow they do a lot of damage. Or is it just me?
Bloom.
Thank you, comrade.
Pay.
Spirit never dies.
The times are changed.
Basically, every wolf gets a stack of it when any wolf attacks. So in that case, shouldn't I get a CC group? Wouldn't that be better? If I get some crowd control? You're gonna try it now? Then I wish you good pull luck. The best of luck to you. May you win your 50-50.
Not good.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Did she just steal a freaking sword? That's not yours. Why no shoes? No shoe gang, you know? Yep, it's still... I'm not happy. Stealing is not good. Did nobody tell her that stealing is not okay? How about this group? We have some CC here. Let's try this. I'm not doing that much damage though, but it should be fine.
Wait, my sword!
Even Power Crab Clara knows she was since her toenails were painted. Ah, poor Clara. But she will never power creep Clara on the point that Clara has Svarog, and that is like the main point why I built Clara is Svarog. So for me, that's no chance.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack.
Old metal versus old metal.
We're done with the
okay, I understand.
You and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
I must drink so much water today.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved.
Let them deal with it.
That won't lead to a resolution.
This is nothing but bureaucratic stuff. There's like so much stuff on the floor. Look at that.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
The big question that I'm having currently is like, Are these Borisin, are they like a race, or is it more like they are also having like a curse or something that turns them?
Please don't blame this, Captain.
Because they are like
incident
mentioned
involves the Ju-Ming
specifically by a
diplomatic vessel.
species name or something. That's a little weird.
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain.
Why does this one have a specific model with the helm down? Does this mean that this guy may be evil or have something to do with the situation?
Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju-Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Ju-Ming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju-Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the star skiff lanes are under immense pressure.
Yeah, I also think it's the
Borisin
species.
desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport star skiff could get there. And that's what you just...
But, you know, they are not mentioned as Borisin prisoners or a bunch of Borisin prisoners or a bunch of Borisin, but they are specifically mentioned as the Borisin. Which sounds more like they are like the enemies. You know, like when in a war you say like the and then other name. You know what I want to say? On DBC? No, I mean in here. Oh, okay. The other man says they are species. Yeah, but I'm saying like it sounds like they are having rules against the whole species. And there must be a reason for it, like a long-lasting war or something. Unless the Luofu people are just racist, which is weird.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
Like, I saying the choice of words is weird to say the Borisin are attacking
An
and stuff.
situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seed of Divine Foresight can have a better
A species
understanding
blessed
of the
and born from
situation.
abundance. So they are not liking it, basically. Yeah, so they are racist against them, but maybe for a reason. Everything Aeon related in Saria, can you say it's religious to a point? Because are Aeons maybe like a religion, the path that they follow? I'm a little confused. Maybe. This word, I'm not in the biggest lore nerd in Starel, but yeah.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
Conquer worlds to convert them to abundance by force. So basically they're biting people and converting them over. So they are like werewolves in a sense. There is exactly my question. Do you see that? That's exactly what I want to ask. Very good.
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time.
That's where Yukong's friend died too?
The Borisin
Oh.
have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat
That
they
is
pose
not a
just
good
as
thing,
terrible
then.
as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago.
They must have a pretty big force that they are not really defeated or something, because they don't seem like super advanced or something. So they just must have a very big number, or because they are converting things.
Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, They attacked an IPC ship near the Xianzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borison have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borison?
Thank you, but it's no big deal.
Probably some sort of secret that's happening behind the
By way,
scenes.
That young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
That's the most important thing. No secret thing. Actually, he's just concerned about his sword. I mean, I get it. If you were just robbed, you would also go to the police.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
The final March event achievement does need you to plan a bit. Plan as in to get it, or plan in the sense of you can totally screw it up if you don't plan correctly? I would guess the first, because, like, I think that can be botched. They normally don't give you. Batch the popcorn is gonna be a show? No.
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
It's very possible that you can find out if you don't mind plan ahead.
There are a lot of troublemakers.
I mean, normally they don't make achievements that you can kind of like permanently block yourself from. I'm still holding to my judgment. That guy having a quote-unquote unique model does not bode well. You can reset. Okay, so it's just a very hard to get achievement, but not something you can block yourself out from. I see. I'm pretty sure then that a lot of people are gonna make guides for it. Very sure about that. If I see your face, you better be playable. I'm so of you. I mean, he has a typical NPC model, but it's like modified, and that usually means he's important in a quest. And so far, he has just been introduced as some guard guy. And normally, just a guard guy would just get a guard model. Why does he have a new one? That means he's probably the villain in this.
It's been a long
Also, the look already gave it away. They're not doing a surprise here. Switch villain.
Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
But actually, they're just doing the ha ha ha. I'm evil. Look at me, looking into the camera like, ooh, me evil. The boring kind of thing. He said troublemakers, that says villain. Yeah, typical villain term.
General, I brought our guests from the Express.
You look so cute.
Sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
I dreamed about in Penacony. That sounds super weird. We are not going to say that. That sounds like stalker level weird. Did you miss us? We can say. I think that's okay.
Sure, how couldn't I have? It's not often we find such moments to reunite and enjoy one another's presence.
Since when did he and General Qing Yuan become such good buddies, Dan Heng? They seem to be having a great time.
A lot must have happened without our knowledge. At least, I hope that's the case.
Oh, isn't it because of the ghost event? Did he still not tell anybody he was there?
Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He
He
the
looks
Arbiter
so
General
cute.
of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
Okay, what are the guesses? Will be playable or will not be playable? I hope would be playable. Cause look at the detail in that. Asymmetrical design, not typical NPC. Also, he was teasered as a silhouette. It would give me hope for more unique characters if that were the case. But knowing Hoyo, it's probably a no.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan.
Yeah, we saw, but I'm thinking like in-game models that was a little different.
Also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Wow, that was the most perfect sync I ever heard. My storage is still full. Oh, on the phone, you mean? Or I'm gonna have to admit, I have neither Genshin nor Star Rail on my phone anymore because none of it fits on my phone anymore. I just have like small, very cheap phone for like calling, you know, the thing that nobody does with a phone anymore, calling. So I can relate. It's not fitting on the phone. Do you not have a PC or somewhere else where you could put it on? Other than that, the only thing that might help is make some space. Maybe you can delete some stuff, but I agree. It's like it's not fitting anywhere anymore.
Honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, the same as all of you.
PCs, aw. I can relate.
These three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin?
For me, it's the other way around. My phone is just... PC is okay, but my phone is not usable for gaming at all.
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Law Fu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
Rage to be... Oh, so that's how they... Oh, my bad. I think I misunderstood. Hey, how can you break PC from raging? I'm confused. Maybe just because I'm not a person that breaks things easily, even when angry. I think I've never broken anything in my life from anger. Ever.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
More controllable. So you like the you like the phone controls more than you like the PC controls? Is it that?
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
I can understand that then. Like, best thing is you could do is play on an emulator on the PC then to kind of like emulate that. But I know it's not kind of the same thing because you're not having an actual touch screen. I've only broke one thing in my rage, my heart. You know, that sounds super sad, Asfar. What the heck happened? I mean, other way around, maybe. People breaking your heart, but like, you breaking your own heart? That sounds rough.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Law Fu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great. It's a real treat to see.
Are they all like just showing off their apprentices or like their relatives? It seems like such a weird posting right now. Friendly posting, but weird. Broke your setup, like physically or not physically. That's what I want to know.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yu Li.
By the way, she stole a sword. Just saying, it's not a good thing to do.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
Physically? Oh my god. How the heck did you manage that even?
What a coincidence. I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh, now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
Did you notice that angry hinge in his voice?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskip Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Why the heck is she so bitchy?
Won't do?
You realize the more agitated Yangqing is, the more feminine his voice gets.
You want your sword back, right?
No, it's just a normal thing, you know?
On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
You know, like when people get angry, they sometimes turn to a more agitated voice. And for most people, that's like when they yell at that. They're like squeechy. They squeechy. I sometimes do that too. When I get angry, I get really screechy. They're both kids. Being a kid is no excuse to be an asshole. When I was a kid, I was the most well-behaved thing in the whole world. That's never an excuse. That's just poor parenting.
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
Because some kids just are. Yeah, that's true also. But I just want to say, being a kid is no excuse. If you asshole, you asshole. No excuse. Her bitch is why I love her so much. For me, there's like a difference. I have no problem with people being sassy and snappy, but it's like what matters to me is the intention and the heart that people have. You know what I want to say? Is it clear what I want to say? So far, I'm not getting from her that she's just like doing a nice tease. She doesn't seem like she's doing a nice tease. So far, she's just really like, I don't care. Screw you, mine.
So much for Lafu's swordmasters.
Like, I don't like her in a good way that I like her. No, wait, I'm not getting it. can't spoil, so I'm being vague. Yeah, I'll wait a little bit with my judgment of her character, because I made a tiny little mistake with Farina on judging her on her first, like, 3 lines. And, of course, that wasn't the whole story. So I give her this whole quest to make my judgment on her character. I think that sounds about fair.
Did you just say?
I'm just giving off my first impression. Just like when I gave my first impression off of Jade. And then my last impression didn't change much on Jade, but you know what I mean.
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone.
My main reaction during this part of the quest, I love. I can see them both still kids. With how they bicker.
With all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you don't deserve it.
You think adults don't bicker?
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Wait, he has a point. Stop playing it down. Let them battle it out. It would be funny.
Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li...
It's how they bicker.
Today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery...
Maybe I just met a lot of very childish adults, but I seen people 50 plus bicker like that easily.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yun Li is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express
To be a lawyer.
for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
Because didn't botch like at all.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Yinlin is with her. Yeah, they have very, very, very similar names. I did mix them up a few times too in the beginning when I couldn't remember the names. You know what I mean? They have so similar names.
Please forgive
You can
me
easily
for
mistype where your phone
inconvenience
corrects
her.
you.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
I had it so many times also when I was typing gumming out that my phone was totally confused that I was talking about a character. It always wanted me to spell it in lowercase letters. Or didn't want to leave the ing in or something like that because I thought I meant game.
All right.
It was horrible.
Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
Whew. Okay, that was a lot. Can I talk to all of them? I mean, I can.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Zhu Ming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But It's a shame the Lawfu swordmasters don't seem that great. That's how outsiders refer to my peers in the Juming Cloud Knights and the Artisanship Commission. We all train under Grandpa's guidance, learning the art of craftsmanship and swordplay.
Swordplay.
Title,
I always find it funny how swordplay sounds like such a cheerful and like childish thing, like they're playing with swords, like they're playing in, I don't know, with sand or something. When in reality, swordplay is more like the art of fighting, and therefore not so innocent and cute, so to speak. Does that make sense? Yeah. Playing with swords, not the same.
Just don't mention it in front of Grandpa. He always says that empty titles bring pointless challenges.
Also, you can always talk to others before an objective. Some characters have unique interactions if you can find them.
Of the group over
Okay. And it's not noted in the quest because normally they have like a talk to people, quote unquote, optional step or something like that. Not in? Because normally they do that.
Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
I am just the one looking. March is gonna come participate though. Spoilers, we saw that in the trailer.
Of course. To honor martial arts, the Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders. If you can defeat the ringmaster selected by the Xianzhou, you'll not only win rewards and prizes, but also be making a name for yourself. Sounds tempting, doesn't it? I have some things to do. Besides, little Yanqing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
I mean, I can understand why. Like, she's surprised by that.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So, I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different.
Wait. In her perspective, a robber and a thief are not the same thing, but they both, like, do something illegal.
I'd like to ask him. You claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now? I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind. I'll give that poor flying sword...
Little Yanqing is crazy. Yeah, I was like, look who's talking.
Unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry.
If I remember correctly, on their first meeting up when she took the sword, he was being all polite while she was being super unpolite, so... Sorry!
So he can forget about it for now.
Oh, well, look in the mirror for once. Look in the mirror. She really should look in the mirror. Oh my god. What are you two saying to the babies, like, fighting like this, huh?
I'm sorry for Yanqing's rudeness.
She's giving it a maintenance. She's kind. Yeah, sure. How about I go to your house and take your possessions to give them a maintenance? I'm not sure. You should always ask a person before doing something, right? Even if it's a good thing. That's my personal opinion. Should never really, like, impede on somebody's personal business.
Not at all. Taunted by Yun Li like that, even a training dummy would be angry. You've taught your apprentice well. If it were me...
King Yuan is the parent that scolds us for standing up for ourselves. Yeah, he's not great. He should go back to sleep, and he's good at that.
Yanqing can understand your concerns. On the other hand, Yun Li is still a naive girl who's only interested in swordplay. Honestly, I brought her here to participate in the war dance because I want to broaden her horizons.
So you're hoping she changes. Okay, this line gives me hope that she changes through the quest, and then we have like a better version of her. Let's see. The hopes are here. Okay. Also on the outside, outside on the street, somebody's doing sawing off some tree bits and something or something. I don't know. Not sure. The only thing I hear is like an electric saw. So I hope it's not hearable on the mic. If it is, we can like try to filter it out. But I think my filter normally takes everything and just deletes it, so we should be fine. It deletes half of my voice, so we should be really fine, I think. Didn't hear. Okay, good. Because it's blasting my ears off through my headset, so I was concerned. But I have like this, what is it called? NVIDIA filter that like literally deletes everything. Sometimes I have problems because it's not liking my voice either, so it deletes parts of it. But other than that, it's a really good filter. I can only recommend.
This is the report Ching Zhu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease. Well, it's not exactly a test.
Do you mean...
Officers,
do you mean Xing Liu or do you mean Qing Yuan? I'm confused. Okay, Xing Liu? I mean, who you call a mommy? Are people like starting to sexualize here again? Stop.
It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield.
Also, I didn't even see.
This is especially true.
Are we talking about Blade? Why the heck? Why are you discussing? When did this topic? Well, I was distracted by the outside noises. This topic here suddenly turned into something totally different.
Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take?
How did you sneak that topic change past me? I was so concerned about the outside. I didn't read, and then the next thing I read is something mommy. Like, huh? What the heck?
Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons.
Yeah, sure.
No ulterior motives.
When somebody says they have no ulterior motives, I have to question that first.
However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater.
Oh no! I hope it works out better this time. That is really bad. I hope you don't have to retry too many times.
However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Lawful.
I wonder if you live that long. Like normally you have like moments where you make a lot of mistakes that haunt you for life. You know these moments, and I wonder if the longer you live, the longer your list of these mistakes get. So you get more moments of this. Oh, do you remember back when this and this happened and I completely fucked up? I wonder if that's the case.
She has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she
Ah, look at the boys!
She mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
You know what? I did not expect the two people that I'm saving up for in the next patches to be on the same screen. But here we go. I didn't even expect that. Yeah, well, maybe I expected one to be in the quest, but not the other. Well, that is a surprise. Okay, for anybody wondering when I said I'm gonna save up my jades for something, like, this package is what I'm saving for currently. This and
must be the messenger
maybe
from the
light cone, but I'm not
Xianzhou
sure.
Chamber.
Light cones are so expensive.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't
I hate light cones. I like light cones. I just hate pulling for them. I think you're probably the same.
Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Probably security reasons.
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
I'm wondering how I got from the couch to the carpet to the floor. Are you maybe sleepy? I don't know how high your couch is, but depending on it, it must have... Unless it was a slow process, then it didn't hurt because it didn't make a thump or something. I'm not sure. Maybe you slowly slip down, like, nope. Slipping down like a snake, I don't know.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
You fell off. Okay, so you did notice that you fell down, after all. Because it kind of sounded like you were surprised. How would you hear it? If you fall off, it makes a thumping sound. I mean, maybe it depends on the floor that you're having.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth.
Why was I talking about me? I wasn't talking about me in your perspective. I was using an image. Am I talking so weird? Is my English that bad? Please tell me. I know it's not the best, people, but... Am I so hard to understand? Oh, I'm dying here. The heat is too much.
Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Done with your niece, and the event gives a lot of instruction mats. Congrats to you. I understood fine. Okay. Maybe we just have a weird connection. No, I'm not in anybody's walls. I am sitting in front of my PC on my chair, and that's it. I'm dying of heat. I have my water in my hand. That's my current state of being. Brain is fried.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
What do you mean you forgot? You forgot? You forgot again? Or, like, did something happen in between? I'll get it back.
The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little... reserved? Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
He's bothered by something.
Reserved? Really?
I'm still what from heat?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
Yangsheng is other daddy. Okay, now we're getting into weird territory. Why?
No.
Please, no, please don't explain. Just
when I entered the palace of
let's
Astra,
leave the topic.
I
That's
realized
exactly
that
why
the
I don't like
messenger
this
from
topic.
the Xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jingyuan. just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more.
Yeah, I'm not... Well, I am kind of aware of it because somebody showed me a picture once. But... Short break here. Explanation from my point of view before we get deeper into this topic. And yeah, we're not calling any kid models mommy or daddy. That is definitely true. But personal opinion, my personal opinion, everybody can do whatever they want in my opinion, blah, blah, blah. But personal opinion, I find it weird no matter the age of a character, and no matter how good looking or non-good looking it is, to call in a sexy way a person daddy or mommy. I'm not sure. Something about that for me is not appreciative and sexy at all. Maybe I'm not having the right issues for that. I don't know, but I don't know. Something about that is more turning off than anything else. It's just my personal opinion, so you do whatever you want. If you think that's like a good thing to call somebody you find really, really attractive, it's good. It's good. For me, it's not. I have the anti thing. I'm just... I'm when I hear that, I get weird vibes, okay? That's why this topic makes me kind of uncomfortable, okay? Let me rephrase. Yeah, the other thing you should definitely rephrase. Everything else, it's like if you like it or not, that's like your personal thing. Like if it's your... I think the right word is not issues. The right word is... Let me Google it. My English is today not good. Please forgive the English. The English today has been fried in my brain. King? Preference? Or something like that? I think that's the word I'm searching for. I don't know. My as I said, today my brain's not working. Preference. Okay, yeah. But for me, that's not it. I'm just... For me, that sounds like... It's more of a negative thing. Like it's more of a turn off if something is called that. I don't know. As I said. But yeah, we can all agree on one thing here. No matter what preference you have, nothing that is canonically a kid in a game, you calling that here, please. That's
Maybe
weird.
They've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Turn off? Yeah, turn off. Like if somebody said or like titled themselves or something else as like daddy, like, you know, people like come to daddy or something. I'm like, ugh, go away, ugh. Same with mommy. It kind of has weird vibes to me. It's just not mine. Do I have to explain it? I mean, some people like that, some people like that. For me, it's just a no.
Creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which is
I mean, the people that have been here long and know I have weird tastes, okay?
Was it really conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu?
I'm dying, it's too warm.
Jingyuan himself.
Okay, my voice is giving a little up. So I'm taking my cough drop that I specifically prepared.
Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
Gonna gamble for Nilo. I'm wishing good luck. You seem to be in a high gambling mood today. Can that be? Should I be concerned? Falling off of something, gambling a lot. Do you have a bad day, perhaps? Something is fishy here, as I called.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, Drama is just around the corner.
Yes, is that a yes to having a bad day? In that case, I hope it's gonna get better. But most of the time, gambling is not making it better.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony.
But neither does drinking soda and eating a bag of snacks. And still, I do that sometimes if I have a really, really shitty day. So I can totally relate.
By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived. And rumors say that she's to be the new cauldron master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Also gambling on Genshin. Was that supposed to mean that it's not as bad because it's on Genshin?
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the cauldron master on the Luofu?
No.
Well, it's not unheard of. The timing itself.
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions.
Ah, also we're having drops, by the way. I just noticed that. I almost forgot because patch.
The General is under tremendous pressure right now. But I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Because do you mean because worried for the wallet? No, it's like what I don't know what characters you're saving up from. Up for. Like sometimes you make a dumb decision because you have like but I wanna pull today, even though you're saving for a character that you want for a long time. At least when you're free to play, you should.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave
The wallet is safe then, but
even if you wanted to do something for the
but the future. Yeah, I'm not totally a safe person. I set myself a goal and then I save for that goal, and then I'm really consistent with that. I'm not a person that just randomly throws on a banner to see if I get lucky or something. Normally I don't do that. I have specific characters that I have as goals, and then wallet is not safe. Okay, then you have a problem. No, the wallet is not safe. Save it. My wallet is always safe. Do you know what the safest way is to make sure your wallet is always safe when playing Genshin or Sorrel or any game or online shopping? Doesn't matter. The safest way, yeah, it's to be disciplined. I know that, and I'm that too. But let me make my joke, Asfar. I want to make a joke. Let me be funny one time. The safest way is just to make sure that there's nothing in the wallet. If there's nothing in the wallet, it can't be spent. That's easy. That's how I do it. Okay, for me it's just coincidence currently, because personal situation, but you know what I mean.
I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day. And enjoy your food.
Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
Look at how upset Yangxing is in this whole quest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
Why do they always discuss that in front of him? I mean, he's standing right there. He's hearing you.
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
Just imagine if it's IPC workers that we actually do know.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Yeah, a lot of them. Not everybody yet, even though we're all looking forward to that. But a lot of them. Don't drag me into this. Why is there no positive option here? Like all of these like are a no. I wanted to say yes. Okay, I'm gonna compliment Marge. That's the only tiny bit of positive here.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, are you being sarcastic?
not sarcastic. I was trying to look for the only positive thing to say, and it didn't work.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Dang it. I was so angry. I bit at my cough drop. Now I'm having 2 tiny cough drops in my mouth. Very bad for talking. Not good.
Can I really reason with you, Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
Wait, who is that? Why do I recognize that voice? Wait, is it the bark, 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 I'm a dog guy?
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
Yeah, I think it's him.
You know what?
Oh god, no, it's him.
I can handle your unreasonable ways, but straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance.
Okay, he hasn't changed one bit.
Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Did I just hear a dog barking? Okay, honestly, while that is really funny to say, it would be a little disrespectful because the bet is over now. So we're going for just a neutral one.
Don't think you can possibly convince me. Huh? Why are you here?
Yeah, I agree. He's totally being an ass, but never go down to their level.
Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
You're going down. Okay. As far as in a little aggressive mood. It's okay. I can get it. When I see him, I'll also get angry.
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikui. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
I mean, he was docking in a harbor and didn't expect to be inspected. Like, has he ever docked anywhere before?
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold.
Weapons.
Here to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired. And you can take off
And
again.
by that?
How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
And by that, they must check it.
I understand. But we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
So they could have been the ones smuggling the Borosin in?
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
I mean, technically, if they got nothing to hide, if they say like, nah, we just have some secret stuff in there that you're not supposed to see, they should have no problem with them opening it for a second just to check. Which means they definitely have something to hide. I mean, it's IPC, of course they have something to hide, but you know what I mean.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade.
Yeah, you can say that twice.
Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
I know a thing about Scott. He can bark really good.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Oh my god, negotiation! At the end of the negotiation, if your morale is higher or equal than the opponent's, it is considered a successful negotiation. Oh god, I'm already bad in these kind of things in Genshin. If either party's morale drops 0, it ends. Your negotiation choices will lead to different outcomes. You can use negotiation strategies to apply various techniques. Okay, now it's getting complicated. Here you can view your opponent's information. Okay.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Okay, we'll try to check here. Like this is like a combat here. I guess like a combat page. What is the strategy?
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Okay, what is the strategy thing? Emotional trigger. Double the result of the negotiation. Smoke and Mirror skip this round. Okay, first I want to see my options. Okay, he's easily intimidated and he also likes going for the roles, right? So maybe we can fire some legal things back because he already legal something to us. And after we've been nice, we can go... then we go into the intimidation route. I'm weirdly good at this so far. Well, I'm not exactly a social butterfly, so maybe I'm just... Okay, well, let's start with
the
this.
Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's rules.
It's not about social butterfly though. I thought you have to have at least a very basic understanding of reading people and stuff. It's a logical puzzle. Isn't that just worse because I'm dumb? Yeah, you know.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredly valuable.
I can't help you there. No, you don't have like brain cells for land.
You'll be able to pay for it even with your lives.
I mean, Valuable. I'm not sure if he'll trust if I say the Skyfaring Commission would pay. Or that we will be cautious. If you're confident, hit him with a double hit. No, in this round, I'm absolutely not confident. I'm not confident. I am between picking 4 and picking 2, and both I'm not sure with. But pay compensation sounds like we're already expecting something to go wrong. So I'm tending towards 2, but I'm thinking it's not giving him enough safety if we just say, yeah, we will, we will do. Maybe saying that if in case that happens, we can pay would be better. And I just wish they would put an if before this clause. Not the Skyfaring Commission can pay, but if anything happens, the Skyfaring Commission can pay. You think I should go for a double? Am I trusting myself enough for this? Oh wait, there's something else now. Return to the previous? No, we're not doing that. Oh god. Here goes nothing.
Huh? Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. Maybe you should learn the art of communication from a monkey before you continue spouting nonsense.
Wait, why the heck am I suddenly so... Oh god, I hope this does not go wrong.
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott?
Oh!
If there's any damage after the inspection, the the Skyfaring Commission will compensate you.
Ooh!
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you, provided a detailed report of the damage is submitted.
I gassed you up. I was like, if I don't use it this round, I'll probably not use it like ever. And I was a little bit in front, so I could risk it.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case.
I mean, if that wouldn't have helped, I would have probably gone into giving him a little bit more pressure, but it was still good. We didn't have to use the pressure route.
Fine. I'll allow you.
That would be a little unprofessional.
It's just that I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Cienjo as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Oh, more new
Allow
characters.
me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Law Fu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Cienjo Juming.
premium
I received
galaxy.
a report from the Artisanship Commission
I
about
mean,
cargo
it
carrying
kinda
samples
sums
of
it up.
unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission.
Skipping our hurts as a healer main.
Better to do, so I came myself.
I mean, honestly, I was a little tempted because healer and fire and not having yet, but honestly, this is just a personal thing. I'm not happy with her coloring scheme. You can't see it here properly, but like this upper part is fine, but like for the lower part of the dress, they picked like a green, and I think the green and the red they're kind of like weirdly contrasting in themselves. I'm not sure. It's just not mine. So my brain was like, okay, we need a reason to skip. Okay, this is now my reason to skip. The reason is I don't like the color composition.
It's fine, Mr. Scott.
Whatever works to make it save up,
Don't want
you know?
your cargo to be inspected. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Okay, what's the plan here?
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous case.
So basically she said like, okay, we don't have to expect it, but then you can take it. So she throws the ball onto his side and says like, you decide. What do you want?
Normally it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
He gave up.
We're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
We're just being very, very polite. If you hate somebody, just be very, very
honestly,
polite, you know?
At least you're not as annoying as that woman.
And you're still as annoying as ever.
Don't say that too loud, we kept thinking.
Is really something else. Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
That does not look too good. Oh, look at that! We finally get to fight again. When an ally is infected with hero grip, oh my god, so many new things have flown around in this quest. Attacking the caster of terror grip once can dispel the terror grip. They leaked her weapon. You mean like you've seen it in the cutscene, yes? When Terror Grip ends, if the caster of Terror Grip is not attached to the spell Terror Grip, then the affected ally will fall into a terrified state and be unable to perform action. So basically, if terrified, attack thing.
That was a surprise. Harmony and unison. Please be polite.
Nothing major.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
And the updates have way more, they just explained it. Maybe it was just me. It kind of seemed to me like, well, it is the second one so far in a tiny fight that's explained.
May song bring us victory.
Maybe it's just my imagination.
How much?
Also, look at me! I got my next reward. Click.
Ready for another?
All patches add like 3 status, but you only learn by opening the enemy menu and reading. I mean, I remember one thing in the previous patch that had like this tiny symbol thingy on it. Maybe it is because they before didn't have like these symbol things for everything, so they want to make more like comfort for us now, and that's why. And that's why it seems different than before. You know what I want to say? Before it was like hidden. Yeah, as I said, yeah, that's the Moon Rage. I think before they made it all hidden, and now they're like displaying nice helpers. That's why it seems different. Somehow it seems more important that way.
I'll see you off.
Ooh. I was like more old. I didn't even see that it was dead already.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Pretty sure that guy is such a low position he didn't even know what he had to actually transport. And he's probably that low that he was actually like set up as a, well, if something goes wrong, I don't care if that guy dies.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
I'm guessing that's what you get by working for these guys. Should maybe consider changing up careers, but I think it's a little late for that.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang.
A wetware?
Put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
A lot of things happening with ships coming in.
Trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword
There
skills
you
are
have what I
impressive.
mean.
Taking down that big guy.
This is my excuse because for not pulling. Like the green with the red is just not mine. I mean, if everything were kind of greenish shady, or everything was kind of reddish pinky, that would be okay. But like these two colors at once, that's my excuse. That's just my personal excuse. Because it's something that kind of bothers me. And every tiny thing that bothers me says a slot for a character that I actually want to pull at some point.
I thought the general's retainers were
But
all
healer kind of
early
makes me a
martial
little
masters. I didn't
curious.
expect the
Healing. Healers are always useful, you know what I mean? But I mean, I skipped Aventurine, who as a defensive option is probably way more effective in a few teams that I have. So I didn't actually to be so young, cute, or miniature isn't. like what here is not offensive? Let's go with cute. No, that's my own thoughts. Wait. Miniature is a little bit of an insult, I guess. Young is something she could have wanted to say. Cute is just my own thoughts dropping in. Well, we're role playing Trailblazer to be dumb as heck and just say to say what they think and not guess what she would say, right? Because you can interpret this two ways. Either we are guessing what she would say, or we saying what we think. And I'm role-playing it as what character thinks and character me, or something. Tiny cute man.
Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that crisis.
You're thinking too much?
So impressive.
My brain is fried. I don't know what to think or do. I'm starting a thought, and then it's like going in circles around like this, and then I'm somehow coming out here, and I don't know how that happened.
It wasn't a big deal.
You know what I mean? It's just one of these days
So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission?
where I can't think straight.
Suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Oh, it's so warm, I wanna die. Okay, we should teleport, I'm guessing. It is warm, I'm dying. Oh, look, it's Sushang. Ow. Make. She wanted the character that has a dialogue, or she's just standing here because she normally stands here?
Hey! You're back! Why didn't you say anything in the group chat?
I forgot.
I'm on duty. Let's catch up later.
Wait. The heck? Why is the first option here for the Sims, right? I'm gonna leave that one out and we're just going with the rest.
Because of someone important. So stop asking and be serious. I'm on duty right now. Stop hanging around here and find something better to do. Once I'm done in a few days, call up Lil Quay and Wafa, and let's grab a meal at Aurum Alley. It's been ages since we hung out. Goodbye.
Can choose on the options.
Please do not hinder me carrying out my sacred duty. We can discuss whatever you want after my shift.
Are you sure? She just, after one option, she just threw me out. Or I just picked the option that ends dialogue, I'm not sure. Anyway, I said what I wanted to say, we're good. It's so warm, I'm dying.
And the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit.
I called her beautiful not because I said because I love complimenting my friends. Okay. I am not a sort of person that does that, I think.
The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our
Or
home.
maybe that's just because like it's reverse psychology, because I get super flustered if people give me compliments and I don't play them and I get super uncomfortable. That's why I'm not giving them out so much myself.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow...
Choose the first and the last
familiar.
option.
Just like you, Ronhung.
Maybe it's because I asked about the job that she was doing and she couldn't talk about it, so she immediately blocked. Like, can't talk about work, bye-bye, or something. I don't know, sure.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural.
Now I remember the AoE thing. There was something with AoE. Do you now remember what was said? Because the only thing in my brain was... somebody said something Yangxing AoE and I was so confused. Like, huh? I did say it yesterday, but not to you, to another chat. They mentioned it to Discord. I'm not sure. The only thing I remember is something Yangxing AoE. Maybe I just read that and was like confused, like, huh? Even though you weren't talking to me, I was like, okay.
Once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit, in my humble opinion. The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
I thought we were here to have tea, but where is the tea? The most important question of all is where is the freaking tea?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
I feel like Lingsha is a more boring design sparkle. I mean, I can see it in like from a optical design point of view, definitely. Personality, we haven't known her like long enough yet. But there's like hints. Sparkle after therapy, maybe sparkle before crazy.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara
I think it may be a little bit of a coincidence though, because we have like the same tones of like brown and red on like the head or
changing
like
the
upper body
situation
part.
within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
A coincidence, yeah.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years.
The more characters they make, the more this is gonna happen. The characters will share traits. If you look like only a tiny pieces of them. Like here, the uppercut, for example.
Valuable insight.
But like if you see her whole design, then you'll see that it's not the case. Like here. Then you can clearly tell it's
While
not.
the Lux arrow from the rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission.
Oh, very poetic.
In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
Well, that is kind of like not fair.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Okay, now I get what they were talking about earlier when they said, like, she's coming from revenge or something, or what they said, like something similar.
What? You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
A very wise
You're
decision.
back. I've been waiting ages for you.
Everybody like, oh, it's her again.
Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world.
You stole my sword. Give it back.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
I guess Takumi says the person that just joined the scene and saw that everybody else was already here. Logic not in the house.
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of.
Yay, congratulations.
You seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Logic like the shoe is not here.
The sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed.
And why are these bad things? Those are just human emotions.
Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming. But you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Flying sword.
Fine. You don't have to give it back because I'll take it back myself.
He's had it. The angry is on. Maybe I should call the general. Oh, to be young at the whim of impulse. That sounds like we're standing here like we're the old guys and we're like, oh, these whippersnappers. Is this the war dance? Are you two fighting? I'll be here. I'm like, fight, fight, fight.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher, Don Hung? Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations.
What are we doing now? Do we do a race?
Predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
See, and that's the difference between those two.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
And that's only because she likes her, and that's the difference between doing a job because you like another person or just doing the job because it's the right one.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then...
That irony in the voice. Oh my, this is escalating quickly.
Ever since the cycles of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering.
Me wanting to play the quest, thinking we're gonna do a nice and cheerful, celebratory, like sword dance, more like a show fighting stuff. And now all I see is people bickering, shipments going mad, everything chaos.
If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's the AoE part, by the way.
That's really thoughtful.
I mean,
Cauldron Master.
I have a little bit of AoE in my group, right?
So, are you both ready?
Or you think that's like not enough for it? I have Misha that does a little bit of AoE. I have a problem that I'm not having many good AoE characters even in my arsenal, because yeah, I mean, as you can see when I'm doing fiction, I am not having a bunch of can attack all enemies at once AoE characters. The best I can do is have a few cleave characters. Oh, I see. Yangxing must be part of the group. Okay. Story version. Which one's better? Story version or mine? I bet the story version is way better built. Let me see. Okay. Cannot view detailed info. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Can I not? Wait. I can't. Okay, is there any information on the wiki how good the story version is? Mine is not the best. Stats are actually pretty bad, but like, is it worse than the story version or not? That's what I want to know.
A bright edge that can cut jade, and the stars shift within.
Those are my stats. Pretty shitty, but maybe there is something on the website. What's the quest called? I don't know what the quest is called. Quest is the quieting of Quillians. The quieting of Quillians. Sometimes, at least on Genshin, they have like the trial characters on the page, but it doesn't seem like they do here. Okay. Okay. Now the big question. Do I trust my Yangxing? Or not? And the question is, what team do I give him? You said we need AoE, yet they give me a single target character to go with it? Like, huh? Like, huh? What are we playing at? Like, technically, I would put a cheap card with him.
Intel, Officer Pela.
And then... I mean, technically we could really take Pela with us. Use Yangxing as SP generator for Danhang. That just hurts my soul. I don't know. No. That really hurts my soul. That just stings. Nah. If I'm gonna do a story team for Yangxing, it should be Yangxing as like the main carry or something. What else could we do? But if we need AoE, I cannot go with like a normal team like this, which would be a normal carry team for him, right? Because that won't work if you say I need AoE. It's a worm. Oh, I'm dying. Somebody help. I'm dying. Heat. I'm not sure. I mean, we could do like a dual DPS and just like give him a, I don't know, play him with a Herta or a Misha. Let's just buff Yangxing and see how good it is. But you said I need AoE and now I'm confused. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. Yeah, I'm just conflicted. Like, when he's the main... I'm always trying to, like, build a team focused around the trial character whenever I have to use a trial character. No matter if it was Jade, or Rachel, or Aventurine, I always try to play a group that was, like, fitting for the character as, like, a main. Unless, like, they were, like, a healer. That's your issue. Okay, then we're doing a different thing. This could be a combo thing. It has a bit of AoE. But I think we're not having that many under a certain percentage. The problem is I don't know what's coming. I can only go by what you're saying, that we need AoE. No spoiling. It's okay. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking very, very hard. I suggest stop thinking so much. Okay. I'm on it. I'm going with this so far. I think that's okay at the very least.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
When Yunli takes action, she will use the attack to defeat the enemies first. Oh, okay, I see where the problem is now. I understand now.
Forged in ice, never falters.
I understand.
This big diamond, it's all yours.
I get it how it works now.
This ends here.
I'm getting it. I understood.
Time to twirl. Time for swordplay.
I'm understanding.
Blade and flash.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skills.
Time to twirl. I won't break.
Okay, she's gonna steal a lot of enemies from us now.
You've got style with those moves. But you're
I'm seeing what the problem is now.
such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
Oops, I misclicked. No! Why did I misclick? Okay. I'm calming down. I misclicked big times. I wanted to change to E, but my brain was somewhere else. This might have consequences, so to speak.
How many can you block? Strike apart. Time to twirl.
This ends here.
Okay, she's gonna get all of them, right? Yeah, I think I need a different strategy for this. Oh, great. How do I see how many more rounds it is? Because I can't say how many. You can change team. I probably have to, right?
We were supposed to attack yesterday.
Okay, quick question. I have a very quick question for you. A quick question. How am I gonna solve this with a completely free-to-play team that everybody can have? Because that's what the question that I'm asking myself right now. I only have one solution in my brain right now. See if we comply.
Honored to meet me. Do you know who I am? This big diamond.
Go find out for us. I don't have that many of the free-to-play characters built, so it doesn't really change lineup, restart. Okay, well, let me think. The problem is I don't have many AoE characters, as I said already. The only AoE characters I have built are Dot Team, if you can count that as AoE, but the dots will not kill the enemies fast enough. Technically Clara, but the enemies need to attack us to actually do something. This technically is only Cleave, but it should work because he's just so over-invested, and that's about it. What I have. Misha is also Cleave, but way worse, so... those are my options. I'm not having a true AoE character. I'm not having, like, any sort of... Jade... Argenti... Jingyuan... who else is... Blast is good. Well, then I guess we have to play a Blast team. But the thing is, I put in Herta, which is technically AoE, and she did nothing. She killed nothing, even though I would say she's my best invested character for, like, AoE things. But maybe just the group didn't fit her. The problem is... Misha does not do much damage. So the only character I can play is Danhang again, which honestly goes a little bit on my nerves. I'd hate to play Danhang in every single challenge. It's so annoying. And what do I do if I didn't have a Danhong? Okay, let's just pretend like I didn't pull him. Like he doesn't exist. What do I do then? What would I do then? Honest question. Just something that I'm thinking about right now. Also, I need to something more to drink. Brain is fried. It's just things that I'm asking myself. Excuse me. My voice is giving up. Oh. Honest, over-invest on someone else and hope they can handle power creep. But I don't like to play, you know, that way. With just over-investment. I'm not having the jades for over-investment. And when I say over-investment, I just mean I have his light cone, you know, and stuff. I'm not saying like my Genshin over-invest one character that I have. I know that the game doesn't care. I'm just saying this is a bad designed quest then, because I can definitely do this. I have like 1 or 2 options, but I'm thinking like I have a few people that I know that only have like the basic characters. So like this, and the only thing I can think of is building Serval for this. Maybe. But other than that, I can't think of a way to actually like do this properly. You know? Just play it your way. I just tried playing it my way. If I played it my way, I would play a Yangqing main team and it did not work. Just saying. Just saying it the way it is. And lose with dignity. No. Let me think. Okay, let me think. We'll reinvest this. Okay, oops. That's the wrong slot. I'll go with... No, wait. That was the right slot. Never mind. My brain... I wonder if Clara would work. Also, my camera is not dealing well with this low light today. Either go with Palav or with Robin. If enemies are dying faster, Robin is technically better. But I'm not sure if we have enough skill points for this. But I hope we do. But I'm guessing Clara does not get enough hits for this. That would be my guess.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Harmony and unison.
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
Well, maybe she does have enough. What do I know?
Eternal sleep.
The dead return! Target threat index lowered. Hide.
I want to protect everyone.
Somehow my voice gets totally up today. I'm not sure if it is because I am having a fan blowing towards my direction because of the heat.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on
It
to
could
a sword
be.
to actually have some skill.
It could very well be.
May song bring us victory.
You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your
I mean,
sword.
technically, since when there are 3, there's always 3 enemies on the field and she kills 3. That means in the first round, I need to get...
What is it we're waiting for?
I need to get 4 kills every time She kills whoever is left. He hits science and kills. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can kill 2, so she kills only 1. But I did kill a certain amount, and the others already like came from the back lines. The ape definitely spawned from the back. He was not there before. Kill too fast? What do you mean kill too fast? I did not kill too fast. I'm confused. I am very, very confused with this. If anything, I'm killing too slow, right?
Strike with heart. I need to be brief.
Are you all right?
I'll see you off.
Another Robin, please.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
I think it's better if I use his ult where it doesn't stun anybody.
Blade and flight.
Hide.
We're not doing enough damage. My characters are not built enough.
Are you all right?
Uh-oh. Ow.
How many can you block? Strike with heart. Night. Stars echo.
Well, going a little bit low on skill points. I need to be a little careful.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight. Practice is over.
Hey, Daisy, thank you very much for the lurk. I hope you're doing well.
Swords descend.
As you command.
Whew. Oh.
I win, Miss Yunli.
Okay. It looks like I found a group that doesn't have to use Danhong. Thank God. I don't know. I'm just having like a... How do you put it? I have a... I mean, I like him as a character, but I'm not liking him enough that I only want to play him every time there's something coming up. Like every shadow thingy, like every mock there is, like every high challenge event. It goes on my nerve a little bit, so I'm trying to do it that better. You don't main him basically. Yeah, I like him, but I'm not liking him that much. I mean, I like him, but like his over usage that I have to kind of like use him every time, because the only one that is good enough to beat it is a little like it going on my nerves. Like when you like, let's say you like eating spaghetti, but let's take a guess, like if you only gotten spaghetti for like a whole year, I bet then you couldn't see spaghetti anymore, even though you basically like it, but you're like, something else but spaghetti, please. That's how I'm currently feeling about him. You know? Does that make sense in any way? I mean, it's kinda, not that bad, but kinda similar in Genshin. But at least there, my favorite character is the one that's like overpowered, so I'm like, I can't get enough.
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, because I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Ooh, cutscene. Oh, we know how Snarl functions, so he's gonna get totally smushed. He's gonna get beaten up like always. As much as I like Yangqing, he's always beaten up. Called it. She like, time out! Move into your furnace! Shoo!
Well fought, my young friends.
Stop it, time out!
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging.
She must babysit because apparently the people responsible for those two are both like, nah, let them do their stuff.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well,
Like to see how you see personality. Yangqing looks at who blocks it and Yulni still wants to attack. Yeah, you can see it reflected. Whoever did the animation did a very good job.
However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
And just sparring for sure.
What brings you here, Lady Faith?
I like how everybody else was just on the sideline like, ooh, fight! Nobody was concerned.
Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
She just Hakuna Matata everything, like, no worries.
Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the Sea of Divine Foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao.
Can I just say, for Fei Xiao, I do love her shoulder pads. They are so nice. Like, that's like chef's kiss, mwah.
Oh, By the way, Miss Linksha.
Actually looks like a warrior. Yeah, she looks so cool.
I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
I mean...
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao.
I mean, basically, since I wanna pull on Mosey, those are my two options. The two on screen are the two options where he can be on the banner. Like, we will see, but I have a feeling he's gonna be on Lingsha's banner. Personally, because I think, like, from a Hollywood perspective, if Fei Xiao is gonna sell better, so she doesn't need an extra support on her banner. You know what I want to say. Hey there, Roshian. How you doing? How you doing? I'm warm. I'm melting to a puddle. If anything, I'm melted to a puddle of mud streamer right now because of heat. I hope it's not as warm where you are. So yeah, I think he might be on Lingsha's banner just because of Fei Xiao is gonna sell better, I think. Personal opinion. Of course, her design looks better. Okay. I mean, she has a lot of white, so I may be, you know, biased.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
But I just want to get a single copy, you know? So... I will probably be empty after the previous banner anyway, so hopefully I still have enough.
Waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
How are you? I mean, as I said, despite being warm AF because weather is not good, I think I'm doing okay. A little overworked, honestly, because I have to do a lot of like painting and stuff currently on new home and everything, so I'm always a little tired. But at least it's a thing that I'll need for the future. I think he's on facial banner because putting a DPS on a healer banner makes too much sense. Since you can kind of build a team that way. So you're thinking they are like the other way around. They're like, that way would make sense. So we can't make sense. We must be mean. But I also imagine it kind of depends on the kid. Cause you know, it kind of depends on the kids. On what it is. Also, banner-wise, they have done the stupidest decisions already, so I wouldn't put anything past them. They want you to try for a DPS and get a useless 4-star DPS. You think he's a 4-star DPS? I'm not sure yet. I'll have to have a look once his kit is known, you know. We'll see.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone
Hunt is
that the
DPS.
Lawfu is prospering after the
Topaz is Hunt, and she's more of a support character, so I'm just saying.
But...
And recently, seeing the evidence on screen, we also have supporting Nihility characters and everything, so it could be. DPS with support capabilities. Yeah, okay, true. Most people just play her as outright support, that's why I'm saying.
It's like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors.
You know, it's just because Xiaoqiu here that you see, like his alpha kid had healing, so he was in the Nihility with a little healing, and then they changed that back. So currently, I think they're trying out stuff, so I'm a little confused. And look at March's kid, like imaginary March's kid. She's also a DPS with support capability. So there's that. It's kind of a trend currently. And if I know one thing about Hoyo, they like their trends. Like, oh, follow-up, and then we do a lot of follow-up. Oh, break, and then we do a lot of break. Maybe the new thing now is off-field DPS with support capability.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant. So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't
He's just lazy.
be in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
But one good thing I can say for sure, currently characters are more designed for niches and not so much for general use anymore.
The might
Which
of an
you can
army
think of what
dwells
you
not
want. I
within
don't
its
think it's
walls,
too good, but
within the force of its collective momentum.
it's okay.
Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
Why does that sound so much like what I expected to say?
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Cho. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
Aw, this is such a nice screen, by the way.
You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Aw, that statement is too true. I can understand that one.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
Maybe he was trying to lighten up the mood.
I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Oh, is he still gonna file his...
Hey, was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome. I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know?
Oh my god. How'd you give out a backhanded insult?
Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too, right? Can't you put a little more enthusiasm into it?
Nope.
Thanks for the
Enthusiasm
kind
is
words,
out.
Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside.
Motivational
With that
speech from
mindset,
Dan Hong. This is certainly
you
something
can
new.
prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danhong.
I like March's
Right away,
expression right
now
now,
that
by the
today's
way.
events are over,
She like
General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the seat of divine foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Thank you very much for the hydrate, Mia. How you doing? Oh, let me get my water. It's so warm today. I certainly need that hydrate. I'm dying of heat here. How have I been? I'm busy. Busy, I think, is the accurate description for how I've been. And right now, it's just so hot. I just can't cope. That's the only thing on my mind right now. But tomorrow and over the whole weekend again, I'll be working on, you know, painting stuff and everything. So I'll probably be pretty out of commission, energy-wise. Thank you for your congratulations. Now comes the hard part. Work until it's in a presentable state where I can actually move. Okay, enough water. We need to continue.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao Qing and the Zhu Ming.
Now when the baby coming? You're confusing me with another person, I'm guessing. Never is the appropriate word to use. Yes, never.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games.
Never.
So soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Hua Yan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos.
I know that you're joking. I'm
before the
joking
war
back.
dance.
Oh, well, actually, that never was actually no joke, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I got you. I'm a playful. As much as I can be. Yeah, we got achievement. Achievement. Morgan, you and your friend Steve. Is that from some sort of series or like a movie that I'm not knowing the reference of? I think I heard that one before, but I can't. It's a song. Oh, okay. You know, my knowledge of cultural things is very low. I'm just living behind the moon or something. Don't search for me there. You won't find me. But yeah. See, I knew it was something people should know.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Yeah, relay my message. I want to go in. You like the song? I mean, actually, even if I wanted, that would not be. The place is pretty small that we gotten. It's 100 English square meters? Is it square meters? You know, the one with the 2 on top. How you measure size of room and stuff. It's 100. So
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the
kitchen.
people
Of
around,
course we're gonna
we
have a
only exchanged
kitchen.
pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you.
It's not the biggest place, but it's big enough. Is it studio style? What is a studio style?
These three braved great dangers.
I don't know what a
accompanying
studio
forces,
style is.
defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
I am not very well
If you wish to
knowledge.
know more, please.
Bedroom looks like living room. Studio is one big room. No, not studio style then, no. We have a separate room for bedroom and stuff. But the kitchen and the living room go right into each other without a door.
Well, I
If that makes
skimmed through
sense.
the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Fu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you.
It's small, but it's very nice.
Since you joined the ranks, you have
I like it.
repeatedly achieved
It's definitely worth
remarkable
it.
feats.
Worth all the trouble,
After
all the
High
money,
Quintet each went their separate
all the
ways,
work.
Despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you.
Maybe I'll post some pictures on the Discord once it's in the presentable state. At the moment, it just looks like English. Wait, it's a. God, all these things that I never use. Construction. No, construction site is outside. Whatever the inside is, work in progress is also not correct. I'm not sure if there's a word.
You've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom.
Or maybe just the heat.
Taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools
Good memory, I
doubt
see.
your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. And I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
Oh no, he lied to us. How did we not see this coming? I'm now very disappointed.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Lawfu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning.
Your orders is just be there and listen.
The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions
Yeah,
and
you
Fei
mean
Xiao's?
Jing Yuan?
Whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions.
Yeah, in admiration
To be
mode.
honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
I want to rub his face. There, be my guest. Oh God, I'm not very good at this. There, be my guest. Here for you, I give you a few seconds with your whatever you are on, phone or monitor if you're on PC or TV. While I'll go and drink something real quick. Have fun rubbing face or something. I don't know. I just need more drink. It's just too warm. I'm admitting it. I get that. I heard that from a lot of people. He's not my. Nah, not for me. Nope.
There's still time.
Not my taste. I know my taste is weird. I don't want to hear anything about it, Asfar. I already see you lurking, typing. No, delete that message. Don't send it. I know. No sending it. Yeah, I know exactly what you were trying to type. No. I know.
Yes.
I don't need to be
This
reminded.
case right here.
To each their own. To me, mine. Wow. It's suddenly so quiet. Metallic fast outlining the intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous
Very nice.
contests and celebrations during the war dance. And the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
And that's how
showcasing
March gets
excellent
wrapped
martial
into this,
arts
right?
Xianzhou Luofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Luofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing.
Mia, you're way too
How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
curious.
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dances Award.
Your type is your boyfriend. I'm not gonna say anything wrong here now because otherwise I'm gonna have an upset boyfriend later. Okay.
I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of
There's a specific time.
It has
Hey,
a legendary
hey.
history full of heroic tales from
I think
foreign
Starrel
lands.
is literally just, well, I am guessing.
Summarized.
You know why there's only one person that can be placed number one? It's the personality as far. That's the most important thing there is. I like my man sassy. Very sassy.
I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a
But yeah,
sword.
you're right.
And then it hit me.
Physical type, you are absolutely
Champion of
correct.
the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yan Xing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Luofu as the ringmaster.
He wants you to be sassy, not sassy enough. Not sassy enough. And not enough short king that it is cute and delicate. Sad.
Thank you. for your
Google
generosity.
Fremine Yangxing Misha. Why are you not mentioning the one single character that I'm referring to? Like, is it so hard to say Wanderer because he's perfection personified? Is it so hard? Okay.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Confidence, my girl.
Cause I hate
I
him.
don't think you can.
I
best
didn't say he has to be your type, Asfar.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli.
The most chosen one. That's a nice and soft way to put that.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
I like short kings, okay? What's the problem? They cute. Absolutely adorable. Also, easier time kissing if you don't have to, like, look up all the time like this. Like, if you're just in front. Like, way easier. Because I'm tiny too, so... You know? I enjoy it that way. Easier for my neck.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still...
Is
up in
boyfriend
the air.
short king?
Since you're interested,
Nah.
why don't you represent the Xianzhou
Nah.
and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Not to be rude or anything.
Time to break the legs. Mia.
I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. You know, there are other few factors on how you decide for a partner. You don't only have to find them attractive or think personality is perfect. There's also some other important factors you need to consider, like how compatible life goals are or something, you know, or hobbies and general opinion on things. hate to break your bubble, but like attractiveness is not the most important thing. If I would value, like, no, not value. If I would rate them, I would say like same life goals, like same general getting along is like the top most, then personality, and then physical attractiveness is the third and most unimportant one.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's
On
not
your
a good
knees,
look for the
peasant.
Alliance.
Like that? I'm
While you
guessing.
both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be.
I got an
It
idea.
might not
Is
be
quest
either.
still going? As the title says, the quest apparently is
Together.
infinitely
I want
long.
you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win.
Here's where March comes in, right? Pretty sure this is where she comes in.
How does that make sense?
Perfect synced again. Some lines in this quest, they just perfectly synced. Did you know this? It's like a new thing that they're trying.
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well,
When is Steel Guy playable? I hope soon. I would definitely say this is a plus for the game.
Both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson.
Because that would
regardless of
mean
the
more diversity in the
The
cast.
question is,
And diversity is best.
take as an apprentice.
That look like, who should they take in? Like, huh? Huh? Who they talking about? March clueless.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
He just saw March and was like, she would not escalate.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Why didn't you choose that? Why don't you choose me? I'd say we cheer on for March. That's the friend way to do it.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly. Don't
Miss March
Oops.
is like a piece of
What the heck
jade in
happened?
rough, just waiting. to
Somehow
be
that
shaped.
kind of skipped the
The
line.
war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your
I
kind
hope it's not my
words, General
mouse.
Lion, but won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
Really?
The whole point is
We
to
will
know
see.
each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move.
Oh, fundamentals.
It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
Look at him basically like kindly saying, you do accept here, right? Jersey killed the March. And please not. Poor March.
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? not even confident to teach. Why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yangqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights.
I can say that is really, really true. Wait, this all spoilers. Don't look. Go away. All spoilers.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yangqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
Come on, say yes.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Yeah, well, let's go with this.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
That's not what I said at all. The option said that I gave a compliment.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
You already killed bot. Nah, if anything, it's the heat.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knights swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around? General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
Okay, I hope this cutscene doesn't take too long.
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this
But I get
point?
the feeling that we'll get a time skip pretty soon when they get the equipment for March, right?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some
It's
important
pretty
matters
okay
to discuss.
today. Not for me, I'm dying in here. It's
You,
hot.
Lee, and I suddenly become Miss
Good for
March's
you though.
mentors.
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face.
So it was all calculated and planned. I see.
And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache.
It's just because you're so lazy.
Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Like him talking about this happening in the next weeks kind of makes me think that there will be a cut here or something.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but as the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
Let's see if he can keep that promise up.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too?
So cute.
It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights.
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
The Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon
Not
meeting
that
death,
far away, but
you'd be a general.
far enough.
Might have given up flying. Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Katyo?
Maybe it's Raichu. Pikachu?
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today.
Can we talk about how weird it is that in the live stream and here, always he's mentioned as a healer and he can't freaking heal? Maybe that's the problem why she cannot get cured, because her healer is not a freaking healer. He's not even given anything defensive. He just deals damage. Like, huh? Like, huh?
Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
You really noticed that the livestream protocol and this was all written already when his alpha kit was still in, where he did heal. And they changed it.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Luofu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the reports from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded.
Even in live stream they call him a healer because he is a healer in lore. They didn't refer to the kid. Yeah. I'm just saying it is so weird. I'm saying it is all weird. Like his lore was written with his old kid in mind, or more like his old kid was written with his lore in mind, and then they were like, nah, let's give him a different one. But they didn't change his lore up. They just were like, okay, he's now a healer that doesn't heal. Like, period.
The fugitive Jing Liu.
Unless they still give me a reason for this somewhere in the quest or later on. It's just weird.
An outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Luofu preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Luofu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Luofu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Luofu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing.
I mean, they are basically working together, so who can blame her?
Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Boris in Moorhead?
The one in the prison.
Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
So basically he got a fate way worse than death, right?
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hulei's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine
Because
visit
of
every
the
century is no longer sufficient to ease
the
their
attacks that
concerns.
happened recently.
That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
I mean, we know from the
It's all
trailer
bad
that
news.
there will be an outbreak, so.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
The second time she's mentioned in this quest. Something's up. Don't tell me we got another point of view change. You arrived at the inn for a well-deserved rest. Yeah. I did a lot. I mean, technically this would be a good point to, like, do a break or pass, because it's day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donham go?
I mean, technically, isn't this like a good stop? Because, like, you can just say, okay, we did a stop because we were sleepy. We did sleep. Yeah, okay. Then we'll
Think you get away with your crime by pretending to be a waiter?
we'll just. It's so loud here. Let me teleport away. I need to go somewhere quieter, like over here. My favorite logout place. This is a great stop. Yeah, it feels kind of fitting because, like, they also did sleep. You know? There's 2 great stops. This is one of them. Okay, good. Good. Sounds good. Also, as much as I do love the music from the bar, I think mine will do too. Do nice too. There we go. Okay. I'm telling you. I need to move a little bit. If you're like sitting too long in one place when it's warm, I don't know, like everything feels sluggish. I need to move my legs and I don't know, maybe yeah, eat, sleep a little later. First cook, move legs, eat, and then later sleep. That's the right order of things. Thank you for stream. Thanks for being here. Thank you. I think next week's schedule should be normal, unless, you know, currently everything is like, you know, chaotic. I've rerolled 20 times. Rerolled what? What do you reroll? No, roll, not reroll. See, I'm so tired. I read reroll. I'm like, huh? What reroll? Getting nothing good. From synthesizing, I think I never gotten anything usable from synthesizing except things where I only cared about the main stat. And be done with it. You know, like support pieces where you get only energy recharge on them, on the ropes. That's like the only quote-unquote good thing, because quote... Just keep rolling. No. You don't have an infinite resources. It just doesn't work that way. Only use for the ERR ropes. Yeah, exactly. That's what they are good for. Or Yeah, that's basically the only thing that you're good for. Because everything else, you probably need some good crit rate stats or break effect or whatever you want to build with. The only thing you basically can go, right? Or for healers, sometimes speed boots or specific sets can also be something where one rolls off. But these are not as rare as the energy recharge ones, so I think I never had to actually craft one. But I would say that is also a good option to actually like use these on if one wanted. But everything DPS related, I wouldn't touch it, because you always 100% get shitty substats. At least I do. I think the majority of people do. Okay, before my brain fries even further from too warm, I say thank you all for being here today. It's been a nice stream. I hope I didn't yap too much. I yapped way too much. I don't know. Please excuse me. It's the heat. I totally blame it on the heat. And I hope I see you again next time. Bye bye. I forgot I don't have my hand tracking on today because the thing is too warm. So I'm waving like this. Bye bye.